I was born in the Lincolnshire Wolds. I've lived here nearly all my life, and my grandparents lived in here. My parents. We're organic farmers on the side of the River Bain. The Lincolnshire Wolds are this like tiny little sort of secret bunch of hills with some trees and nice rivers. And it's quiet and people come here because it's lovely. Every single time I've ever heard anything about the world, it's been that we're destroying it. And I'm 28 and it's still no one's doing anything. And LCC think it's completely acceptable to have a few nodding donkeys. I've been involved in the Biscathorpe campaign since like early summer 2018. We started a petition. We have tried a judicial review where we raised the money through the community. We have sent flyers to everyone's door, we've tried knocking on doors. As a group we've attended planning decisions. We also had a sort of community event where we tried to get people together, tell them about what was going on.
Today we're in the River Bain in Lincolnshire, and we're trying to stop the oil drilling that's going to happen in the area.
We feel that it is important that people know what's going on at Biscathorpe. We decided to publicise what's going on by having a dirty duck race, because everyone from the United Nations downwards is telling us to stop drilling oil right now. So although we're having fun, we are very serious about it. When I first came here nearly 40 years ago, there were still a few trout in the river, and now we don't see them. And so we need to act to restore these habitats. The Environment Agency doesn't have the powers, really, to prevent these accidents. Accidents happen, and you shouldn't be messing about in an AONB with industrial operations like oil drilling.
We've all been through, or we still are going through, the pandemic and all its repercussions. And the number of people that we have noticed in this village, people out walking, and they love and appreciate this countryside. And I just think that's what we should be focusing on, caring for our community.
Yeah, I've been coming to the Lincolnshire Wolds since 1985 for my holidays, and spending summers paddling in the River Bain, catching tadpoles, and spending all day basically walking around the Wolds and around Biscathorpe, which is one of my favourite bits and still is. And this beautiful countryside is one of the reasons that I've grown up to love nature so much.
I'm trying to keep focused on the local aspect, because it is the local Lincolnshire County Council that is going to make the decision, no one else. My name is Nick Bodian. I'm a resident of Donington-on-Bain. I have been for 3 years, and almost within weeks of arriving in the village, my attention was drawn to this issue of a oil planning application, and Claire, my wife, and I got involved straight away. I'm now the chairman of the community liaison group. When I first looked at the proposed site, I was completely staggered that anyone wanted to put any form of oil or gas production into that area. It is so close to the River Bain, which is an absolutely beautiful natural resource, and very delicate natural resource. One of the things that this company is proposing to do, and this is actually written in their planning document, is to scoop up the wastewater that sits on the oil pad mixed in with oil. They're proposing to put this wastewater through what they call a water interceptor, which they say will filter out all the oil and other nasties in the water. And they say it's safe. I disagree. And is it worth the risk of having that water pumped into the River Bain? It might be fine for 15 minutes worth of water being pumped, but This company is proposing to do that for 15 years, and no one's going to tell me that that's safe and that's going to protect the River Bain. We've got to try and convince local councillors to make a decision based on the local democracy, trying to persuade the local councillors when they make this decision at planning committee to actually reject the application.